Well, here we go again. What is going on, folks? Thank you for stopping in. I'm always glad to see you. I hope you are as glad to see me. This is another Q&A video where you ask your questions in my community. Under the community tab, I'll put a link to that thread down here in the description below this video. You go there and ask your question, and I'm not going to say every month, but every so often we get enough questions, a few of them built up. Then I'll make a video and answer your questions. And I need to tell you ahead of time, up front, there's people's getting mad at me for not answering their emails and PMs. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, you know, there's only one of me, and I can no way reply to all the PMs and emails that I get, people asking questions. Most of it's them asking me questions, how to do this or how to do that. You got a lot better chance getting your question answered if you go to this thread in this link down here, click it, go there, type your question in, and when you see I've thumbs it up, I don't know if you can see that or not. I can see that I thumbs it up. As I answer them and make videos, I thumbs them up if that's just something ridiculous. It's got one thumb up. Your question has only got one thumb up. It's probably me, and you'll know by that your question's about to be answered if the video is not out yet. Alright, we got a lot of them. Let's get to it. If you want me to work on your guitar, make sure that you put guitar repair in the subject line or the very first words in the body if it's on Facebook, because I skim over all of them and look for that over everything else. I do read everything, but there's no way I can reply to that many, man. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Alright, let me see. I had this damn thing fixed. I'm going to start with the last one and work our way to the older ones. Okay? Alright, this first question is from EWGM. It was 5 days ago, but it'll be different by the time you see this video. He says, "Hello, Mr. Schartiger. I just want to thank you for inspiring me to start repairing again. I started repairing when I was 18. I just turned 44. Well, congratulations, man. Not on turning 44, but starting again. I don't congratulate anybody on getting old. Though it's a good thing. I guess it's better than dying young or dying at all. I just turned 44. The person I apprenticed under actually reminds me a lot of you. After years of being undervalued working in music stores and shops, I quit the business. Your videos have inspired me to pick up my tools again and work with the instruments I love. Thank you so very much for your videos and knowledge. I look forward to see what the future brings. See you down the road, brother." Thank you, man, for your, I wouldn't really call it a question, but thank you for your post. I just lost the whole thing. YouTube changes that stuff so much, man. Anyways, I hope that helps. Thank you, brother. I hope everything's going good your way. Alright, let me get reset here. Go to the next one. Is from, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. It's ESERICC 70. And that was a week ago. Maybe that's his initials or something. Oh, he must have asked us 2 questions, because it said, "Also another question for you. I have a fairly new to me Guild DV6, all solid. It's detuning very sharp, roughly 20 cents, as it sits in the case. Is this normal, or what could cause this to go that direction? It's steady 72 degrees in the room. It's stored in humidity in the case, averages 48-ish by a sound hole humidifier. Seems to have only started during this winter. Coming detuned about 20 cents. Wow, man. If it's staying in tune and all 6 strings are dropping down like that, it could be your neck relief changing, varying, with the humidity. Some guitars are very sensitive like that. Or it could be your tuning machines, maybe something wrong with their slipping, or, if you don't have enough winds around the peg, that'll cause them to slip, and that can happen over time. And your strings can stretch. Alright, that same person asked, I hope that helped, man. That's all I can tell you on something like that. If there's something moving, something's giving and changing, it's either got to be the top or the relief or your tuning machines. Probably one of those three. Alright, same guy says, "Hey Randy, love your show. My question is regarding buffing. What is the best polish or compound to use, and would a car style buffer, small handheld style, work? Or would you recommend something more like a bench grinder, steel buffing wheel? Or a good old wax on, wax off Karate Kid method and hand buffing be best? Just curious on your take." I don't even know where my buffing stuff is, man. And I can't tell you the name of it because I don't really know it in my head. I use two different kinds though. The buffing compound is, I've got like really rough, and then not so rough, and then very smooth, for lack of better words. You know, you start with the rough one, buff it, and then go to the second middle one and buff it again. Now one of them's got five wheels, or five bars. I wish I knew what that stuff was, man. I can tell you the name of it. It works really good. And yeah, you can use the car buffer. Just be careful, man. You know, there's a lot to buffing. Certain ways you don't want to do it. You can really screw up, especially with the car buffer because it's spinning so fast. Since my buffer blew up, the motor burned up on it, and I never did replace it. I should do that, I guess. But anyways, I hope that helps, man. I think that was all you asked. Sorry I can't tell you what I use. I don't have, it's here. It's in this ungodly mess somewhere. I just don't know where. Alright. Moving on. Let's see. Okay, that was 2 from him. This next one is from Dave Miller. 1 week ago. "Hey Randy, I have a Martin." I'm a horse, man, in case y'all can't tell. "Hey Randy, I have a Martin DCPA 4L. I think it's a 2014. It has a micarta fretboard and bridge. It's great. I think I like it better than my HD. Anyway, would it be bad for the guitar if I replaced the micarta with ebony? And about how much would it cost? Thanks for keeping us informed." It would definitely change the sound of the guitar, and if you like it so well the way it is now, I wouldn't recommend changing either one, the bridge or the fretboard. But if you did change the bridge and fretboard to, what'd you say, was it rosewood or ebony, I think is what you said. Yeah. It would change the sound on that guitar big time. Big time. Just changing either one of those would change the sound. Changing both of them would really make a big difference in it. And it depended on if I have to make what I would charge if I had to make the fretboard myself or bought one, or if you supplied it, and the bridge. So that price could vary a lot there. I don't know what to tell you on the price because, you know, if I had to make the stuff, the bridge and the fretboard, and change them, that would be getting in some serious bucks right there. If I order the bridge, just order one for it and a fretboard, I can do it a lot cheaper, probably half the price, maybe a little better than half of what I normally would charge. I don't have a set rate on that, but I'm telling you, it would be expensive because that's a lot of work. Okay, Leo's computer something, I can't see it all because it must be a long name. I'll just call him Leo's computer. It says Leo's computer A, and there's more, but I can't see it. Randy, I have 2 questions. I have a Orangewood Hudson guitar, and I accidentally bumped the guitar on the side of a chair, and now there's a small dent on the lower bow. Oh, I know how that feels, man. On the side of the guitar, about 1/2 inch from the binding. Since the dent is very small, is there anything I could get? I lost my place, man. It's awful when you get old, I tell you. That's the wood. Is there anything I could get to get the dent out of the wood, or would it need repaired? I've read forums that if you humidify your guitar, that will sometimes swell up the wood and make it level again. But I just want your input. The entire guitar is an all satin finish. Well, Sometimes humidify alone will do it. If it's a really small dent, you can take, if there's no wood fibers missing, you can take a soldering iron and a wet damp cloth and steam it out. If all the fibers are still in there and they're just pressed in, that steam gets underneath there and it'll, I'm assuming, it cracked the finish so the steam can get in. Or probably what I would do is just drop the thinnest viscosity CA glue you can find on it and then level it with either a razor blade. I've got a video coming on that because so many people do it wrong. Either level it with razor blade or sandpaper, or you could even use fret erasers. I got videos on that too. That's what I would do rather than trying to steam it out. Okay, his second question. Who did I say this was? Leo's Computer. Can't see the whole name. Second question. On the orange wood, I checked the relief on the neck and it's about 14 thousandths relief. If I play with no capo, the guitar sounds great. No buzzing strings. But when I capo 3rd, 4th, or 5th, I get that bad string buzz from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th strings. And a sitar sound from the 2nd string. Could this be the result of unlevel frets? It could possibly be, yes. Also note, I went from light 12 to 54 strings to custom lights 11 to 52. And with the neck having that much relief, I don't want to loosen the truss rod anymore. Well, it could be some high frets or some unlevel frets, but you should notice those, with the capo off too, unless your action is really high. It could be where the string leaves both the nut and the saddle, maybe not filed out exactly right. A lot of weird stuff can happen there. Alright, hope that helps, man. This question is from Danny Man Kings ST, probably Kingston. There again, I can't see it all, man, because of the way YouTube screws with things. I could click on it, tap it, and then I could see it. It would take me to his channel, and then I would have to come back here and find my place here again. So we'll just call him Danny Man. Okay? He says, "Hey Randy, I'm guilty of just sending you an email dated February 14th. Sorry, man. I don't remember seeing that email, but like I say, man, I get so many. I have a guitar that some idiot put a couple of vinyl strip stickers on. I removed the stickers but have glue residue left behind the matte finished body. If I rub too aggressively, I'll end up with glossy spots. Any suggestion of what I should use? Naphtha, lighter fluid, or alcohol? Lord, no, don't use alcohol. Naphtha or lighter fluid you could use, or you could use a product. I was looking to see if I could have it. Yeah, right here it is. Goo Gone. That's the best stuff in the world, man, for what you're talking about. One guy had his guitar here and had stickers on it. He wanted me to remove them. I did. And the guitar was a different color underneath every one of those stickers. And he said, "Why is it like that?" And I said, "It's sun, man. If the guitar's been played out in the sun a lot with those stickers on it, the sun changed the color of the entire top, but it didn't change the color under the stickers because it didn't shine there." Alright. Craven Green says, I missed getting in a question for your answering show today. Dang. I've seen a few of your crack repair videos, but I've never seen anyone do a splint repair in a crack top where a sliver of wood is fitted rather than forcing the crack shut with glue alone. It's an early 90s ESG 45C Takamine, solid spruce top, crack in the lower bout behind the bridge where it took a fall or hit. The crack goes to the block, but ends to the block end, but stops before the binding. I can ease an 11 thousandths feeler gauge there. Long story short, hyper-humidified closed, then open back as relative humidity normalizes. Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. That sounds like you're talking about the center seam split. Where the top comes together and it's book matched. A lot of times they'll come apart right there. That center seam will come apart. And if it's that's a pretty good size crack, man, I would take the bridge off of that. I have done splint repairs like you're talking about. I don't know if I got videos on them or not. I should have, but I don't know if I ever videoed one of them or not. But if it's too big of a crack and you force it together, and you're putting stress somewhere else within that guitar, within its body, so you want to be careful there. All right, man, we got a lot of questions this time. Richard, L-A-U-R, that's all I can see. There again, if I click it, I could see it all, but then I'd be lost. Like I'm not already lost all the time anyway. All right, Richard, L-A-U-R, Lar. Wish I could see your name, but I'm sorry, man. I can't do it. He says, hello, good sir. Hope you're in good health. As far as I know where I am. I have a Washburn acoustic electric that I recently noticed a fine split in the middle of the top at the rosewood bridge to about 6 inches downwards the lower bout. That kind of sounds like a center seam separation again there, but maybe not if it's more on down toward the lower bout. Now my question is, do I need the bridge to pump glue in and clamp, or can I get away with doing it with the bridge on? Or do I even need to do anything at all? Do I need to do anything at all? I lost my place, man. Do I need to remove the bridge, pump glue in, or can I get away with doing it with the bridge on, or I need to do anything at all, or just keep an eye on it? I'll send a pic to your email. There again, put guitar repair in the subject, or I may never see it. Thanks for taking the time to answer my question, and many others out there. Also, because of your tips and videos, I had set up this acoustic, and it has never played this good. I wish I had done it 13 years ago when my wife bought it for me. Thank you again. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate hearing my videos help. I appreciate the question, and I appreciate your support. I can't really tell if you're talking about a seam separation. Would be under the bridge. So yeah, I would definitely take the bridge off to fix that. If it runs anywhere under the bridge, I would take the bridge off, you know, to fix it and then glue the bridge back on the proper way. That's the way I would do it. Alright, Rick says, thanks for the excellent videos, Randy. They must be helping so many people. I have a Matin 808, which is 5 years old. I hope you can help with this. Question, problem. Suddenly, for some reason, the guitar is now refusing to let me get the truss rod tool onto the nut. I know what kind of tool you're talking about. Oh, there it is. Yours is probably exactly like that. Probably 5mm. Okay. Can't get the tool on the nut. That's a specialized Matin tool. Just an L-shaped socket wrench. Yeah, okay. Just an L-shaped socket wrench, really. The truss rod nut is accessed via the sound hole, yep, or the strap end pin hole with another Matin long screwdriver tool. Man, it must be long to reach clear through the body. I have tried it. I have tried a really skinny socket and extension bar, but just cannot get on the nut. I'm in the UK, so humidity is fairly guitar friendly, but I keep the neck really flat, so sometimes need to tweak the rod. The guitar seems fine. Can't see, hear, or feel any problems. Wow, man, I hope you didn't strip it out. If you used the right wrench all the time, you probably didn't. But it should go on there. Sometimes when you got to go through that, any braces or anything between, you know, the sound hole and the actual nut, it's hard to get lined up just exactly right. You know what I mean? To get the tool onto that nut or into it. So I don't know what to tell you on that. Nothing could really change other than, you know, it being stripped out. That'd be horrible if that was the case. Maybe put some oil on your socket or you know, whatever the tool is that you use to stick onto the truss rod nut. Alright, hope it helps, man. Good luck. And thank you for your question. Dennis Jacobs. I just purchased a guitar with a large stain. Looks like maybe oil on the spruce top. I sent you a photo on Facebook. I hope you put guitar repair in there, man. What do you think it is? Is it repairable or necessary to repair or worry about? That's what I was talking about. The guy had stickers on the guitar. I removed them. The guitar was sunburnt, but not where the stickers were. And you could really see them, man. This is almost the same problem, only it's not sunburned. It's got a large stain. Looks like maybe oil. About the only thing you can do for that is sand it out, man. If it's in the finish, if it's in the wood, there's not very much wood. You can still sand it out, but you have to take all of the finish off the top and, you know, sand it down till the oily spot's gone, and then refinish it and all that jazz again. Wow. I think that's the last question. Yeah. Soup bone with the silent P. And I remember answering his question last time. Alright. Thank all you guys for your questions. I hope that was all. I'll compare these with the computer. You know, make sure I didn't miss any. I hope I didn't miss any. Thank all you guys for your questions. Click the link below. It'll take you right to the thread where you can ask your question, and you're more likely to get it answered. I will look for the two that said they sent me pictures. I think they both said they sent pictures. Anyways, now that I know about it, I'll look for those. But please, guys, put guitar repair in there in the subject line or the first letters in the body if you send them on Facebook. If you want me to work on your guitar, because, you know, if you... That little Martin guitar, I just happened to see that guy's video. He didn't put guitar repair. I forget what he said. He broke his parlor guitar or something like that. I just happened to see it, man. And, of course, it was a guitar I wanted to work on, you know, just because of what it was. But, and again, I'm sorry I can't answer everyone on Facebook and in emails. I wish I could, man. I wish I could, but I can't do it. There ain't enough for me to go around. I spend the biggest part of the day in there just reading, and some days I still can't get them all, man. What came in just one day, that day. Right now I'm way behind on all of it. There's been a lot of stuff happening. The patrons know about what's going on here behind the scenes, and a lot of that's been happening. That's all straightened out now and done, and hopefully we can get back on track and I can get a few. I answer as many as I can. Don't get me wrong. I do answer, you know, until I get tired. I can't hardly type anymore because my hands. But I answer as many as I can. I just can't do all of them. And I'm sorry about that. I really am. Thank you guys for your questions. Thanks for your support. I'll see you next time.